Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're literally cutting through the noise to build a highly actionable, step-by-step architectural blueprint for your organization's big data. If you're leading a team or really just trying to wrap your head around these massive, complex data systems, we're going to break down the details right here. So let's dive right in.
Right off the bat, look at this goal: meeting business goals with timely data. This is the ultimate non-negotiable stake of the blueprint we're looking at today. Because honestly, if we aren't using data to hit our business goals exactly when it matters, well, the rest of the technology is really just expensive noise. This specific goal, it's our anchor for the entire explainer. So, here's our roadmap. First up, we'll look at the big data blueprint as a whole. Next, we'll move into developing your strategy, followed by enabling analytic innovation. And finally, we'll wrap up with achieving timely results. Simple enough, right? Let's keep moving.
Starting with Section 1, the Big Data Blueprint. We're entering the final module here.
So you might be wondering, what exactly is this blueprint? Well, it's essentially a two-part framework. We're balancing strategy on one side and innovation on the other. I want you to really put yourself in the mindset of an architect for a second. Your strategy, that's your deep, unshakable foundation. And the innovation, that's the cutting-edge superstructure you build right on top of it. You absolutely can't have one without the other.
Moving right along to Section 2, developing your strategy, where we focus on laying that foundation.
Now, building this foundation relies on 4 very specific sequential steps. Step 1 is to establish your actual big data needs. I mean, you wouldn't build a house without knowing how many rooms you need, right? Step 2, aim to meet your business goals with timely data. Step 3 is where we evaluate commercial big data tools. And hey, notice the strict order here. We absolutely do not touch software until our needs and our goals are completely locked in. And finally, Step 4, manage organizational expectations. Actually, let's pause for a second on that very last step, managing organizational expectations. Because a blueprint isn't just about servers or lines of code. It's fundamentally about the humans involved. Preparing your people, aligning their hopes with what's actually realistic, that is arguably the hardest work you're going to do before a single drop of data even starts flowing. Okay, let's bridge the gap here. On one side, we have developing a big data strategy. On the other side, enabling analytic innovation. As you can see, without that foundational strategy of identifying needs, evaluating tools, and managing expectations, the analytic innovation on the right, it literally just collapses under its own weight. Strategy absolutely must precede execution, every single time. Which brings us to Section 3, enabling analytic innovation. This is where we start building that superstructure. Take a look at this quote, focusing on business importance. Focusing on business importance. That repetition? Yeah, that is not a typo. It's essentially a mantra. It is the absolute core thesis of analytic innovation. Listen, if a data initiative is not critically important to the business, you drop it, period. End of story. So, once that business importance is locked in, we move on to the actual execution. Step 1, framing the problem. Step 2, selecting the correct tools. And Step 3, achieving timely results. This highly focused sequence takes all that raw, kind of chaotic potential of big data and channels it into laser-focused, real-world action.
Let's zoom in on framing the problem for a minute. This is the real game changer. How you frame the problem directly dictates the tools you end up buying in the next step. Frame it wrong? Well, you're going to waste millions on the wrong tech stack, no matter how good your intentions are. Proper framing is that absolutely crucial bridge between a business priority and your technical reality.
All right, entering our final phase, Section 4, achieving timely results. The final execution.
I love how this illustrates the perfect symmetry of a successful data operation. Back in our strategy foundation, we specifically planned for meeting goals with timely data. And now, over in our innovation superstructure, we are actually achieving timely results. The timely data you plan for directly fuels the results you deliver. It's like a beautifully closed, flawless loop. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with something to chew on. You have the tools and you have the strategy, but are you framing the right problem? Think about it. You can literally buy the most cutting-edge tools on Earth, but without the precise business problem clearly defined, you're never going to achieve those timely results. Thanks for joining me to explore the details of these topics today. Now, take this blueprint and go build something incredible.